Motion got me all faded, my heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away, yeah. Like New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh, yeah. Got my heart out, and it's covered in gold. Like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah. Cause you know it's good, oh baby. We'll never get old.
Jamie here. So yeah, it's just a quick one, right? So I've just done an evening run and managed to get the drone up in the air and beat the rest of the daylight before the sun sets, and it's pretty nice, to be fair. Been doing a lot of fitness over quarantine, that kind of stuff. And I mean, obviously if you've been watching the news lately, 4th of July, all the pubs open and that kind of stuff, and it seems to be like we're getting back a little bit of normality here, which is good news. Backstack, calm down. Yeah, but the thing is, like, what I'm enjoying is the cooking side of things. Obviously I've got a lot more time to do a lot of cooking, but today's video is all about something that I think I'm really good at, and something that I think you all need to know about, because for my guys out there who want to impress the girls, the wives, all that kind of stuff, when I'm doing some sort of date night, this is the meal, I promise you, that is worth showing off about. It's something that you have to like, it's hands-on cooking kind of stuff, you know, in the moment. You have to do a bit of prep work and that kind of stuff, but it's quite exciting. So yeah, stay tuned. Hi everyone, hope you're all well. So yeah, so just a quick one from me is we've come to Aldi this morning to get some of the raw ingredients for the meal that we're going to do, and as predicted the weather is rubbish, so I can't fly my drone or do any of those kind of fancy shots, which is a bit boring really from a recorder, videographer, YouTube kind of amateur profession that I've taken on at the moment. It's not as fun, is it, to be fair, without flying the drone and doing that kind of footage in the video. But yeah, so here we are here, and you're probably wondering, what is this meal, what is it all about? Well, it's called the beef lo mein, right? And before I go into what it is and what ingredients there are, I'll probably do that at home at this point. I just want to give you a bit of the origin story, how I came across it and how it's grown, how I've grown it for my taste over the 4 or 5 times that I've cooked it. So the origin story, right? So basically this was probably about 8-9 months ago. I was out in Birmingham city centre in the UK, and there's this really cool street food, like I think like Chinese street food takeaway restaurant kind of thing that does that kind of food, you see. So we had a few drinks. It was coming towards the end of the night. It was, to be honest with you, when I go out drinking now, I don't go out until 3 AM. It's kind of like a early evening, you know, like late afternoon, quite after work kind of vibe on a Friday, and then catch up with a few of the guys and we grab some food at 8 or 9 PM and then call it a day kind of thing, you know, get the train back, train of shame kind of thing. So, but yeah, so I came across this restaurant, right, this street food restaurant, and had this build your own kind of pot with noodles and, you know, what kind of meat you want or vegetables and that kind of stuff. And there was this special they were doing kind of thing called beef lo mein, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to have that, stick loads of soy sauce or hoisin sauce in kind of thing, and you know, and to be fair, it was great. All the other guys, and I was never been in it, just ordered it. I was first in queue, ordered it, and then all the guys behind me had it, like the gang, and we had it, and it was just like, wow, this is awesome kind of thing, man, good choice. So I took it at home, obviously a few weeks later, and thought yeah, it's my turn to kind of entertain and do like a nice special meal for us in the house, and that's what I did. So I did beef lo mein, research, that kind of stuff, and it was all right, to be fair. I think over the 4 or 5 times that I've kind of done it, I changed how I cooked it a little bit and that kind of stuff. Yeah, and it was good, you know. So the last time I cooked it, it was for the in-laws that came round. So this was probably like a few months ago, before the quarantine stuff, and it went down a storm. They took it home and it was great, and Sarah loves it. And the thing is, with all this quarantine stuff at the moment, I've found a little bit more of a passion for cooking again, doing a few different salmon dishes and that kind of stuff. So I thought, this is something that I've got to share with the crew, with the gang, the YouTube followers. So this is it. So I hope you enjoy. Yeah, so actually, you know what? One other thing that I want to point out to you at the moment is my experience of being a YouTuber to 6 subscribers at the moment, as of this video, and my experience of like joining YouTube in general and that kind of stuff, and the kind of kit that I'm buying, and you know what I mean. It's within reason, not trying to blow a fortune on something which is stupid. It's kind of like an interesting concept, really, and I just want to try and gather your thoughts. I mean, I'm teasing the thought on whether to do like a video of my experience on YouTube with you all. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section actually if you would like that. It'd be pretty interesting if I get anything at all. I might just decide to do it anyway, but I can give you a bit of an insight maybe on how, because I see a lot on YouTube, right, talking about how you start from 0 subscribers, 0 likes and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret, right, with my channel, with mine and Sarah's channel, right, is like none of our family know that we're doing this, which is hilarious, you know what I mean? No one at work, nothing. We made a secret pact, right? It was kind of like a quarantine pact, is that we're just gonna roll with it kind of thing, not tell anyone, start from nothing. None of us have any social media accounts, we're not really bothered with it kind of thing at the moment. So when people say like, oh yeah, you started from 0, what I've found is, when I've dig a little deeper, because I am quite like a attention to detail kind of guy, like, you know, and they end up they come from other media platforms with a small following, and it could only be a couple hundred or it could be a few thousand, but they were lucky. And to be fair, the one channel which admitted it, and rightfully so as well, right, it's fine if you can, you do it. It was How to Beast, right? I think proper inspiring channel, man. That Dave from it is great. But he had like a podcast, I think, or something like that, where he had a few followers anyway, and he said he was lucky enough to, when he started YouTube, to have a few, I think he instantly got almost like 1,000 subscribers, or a few hundred at least. And from my research and looking into it, that's enough to kickstart the algorithm. But I tell you what, man, the challenges of trying to get 100 subscribers without telling your family or friends and trying to get that kind of support, it's proper starting from legit, is absolutely solid. So, and my only advice is just trying to stick to it, man. Longevity seems to be the way forward. But regardless of that, man, I think I'd like to do a video on showing you all how we've approached it kind of stuff, because the main thing is, man, regardless in life, doing things, to be successful, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to be patient and be consistent on things. And this is your job, career and things like that, anything. I'm lucky enough to be okay in work life in general. I've got a decent job through hard work and determination, and I'd like to do a few things on that with the Impulse Tribe to try and help people. And I think just one last point, right, on this is at this point, like in my life, right, I don't want to keep, in terms of like being successful and things like that, right, or trying to help, I don't want to play my cards close to my chest anymore, like with that kind of stuff. I don't. So I genuinely think I've got a decent YouTube mechanism, even though there's no proper evidence other than what you visually see, I suppose. That I think I could approach YouTube okay, you know, hold me to it kind of thing, you know. In a year's time we'll see where we're at, but you know, at this point, at the bare minimum, me doing that video of what we're doing, at least you know, kind of thing, and it might inspire or you might have one thing to take away from it where you think, oh, you know what, that's a good idea, maybe I should do that. And if that one little thing helps you out, then I'm cool with that, you know what I mean, that's good. So interesting times, man, let's do it. I don't know nobody on my level, dripping stars like a boss.
just want a bag, like an old lady. I'm backwoods smoking, I don't own papers, pass that 808. That shit a dome shaker. Oh, bitch, you know I'm grinding like a pro skater. Baby mama bugging, I'm so quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed, I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking that galore. I got bitches kissing bitches, all them bitches go explore.
Right then everyone, so yeah, obviously got the ingredients and that kind of stuff. Did that earlier today, did a few house jobs and that kind of stuff. So before I start cooking, me and Sarah are going to do a bit of a workout, stick to the schedule. So yeah, just had my pre-workout. Got my iPods that I like to listen to get motivated, and I think I'm ready. So let's do this.
At 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look bad, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a pussy, your panties get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fuck shit. Young and trapping out the bando, from the ceiling fan to the damn floor, tryna stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay, see the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Hi everyone, yeah, so the moment you've all been waiting for, time to start cooking the lo mein, so we're all ready and excited. So just before I go into the details, obviously I just want to share with you some of the ingredients that we picked up from Aldi and what I kind of do with the meal. So yeah, so the ingredients that we've got the thick noodles, we have, for the sauce, we have hoisin sauce and soy sauce, ground ginger and brown sugar, and we also have mixed vegetables, so this is broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. We also have baby sweet corn, and then finally we have obviously the protein, which is in this case the beef steak. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. We also use sesame oil, olive oil to put on the pan and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty simple meal really, but it's quite exciting. So yeah, looking forward to it. The way I also cook this meal is if I had to explain it, it would be in 3 stages. So the first stage would be to create the sauce and prep that. The second stage is prepping the vegetables, and then finally moving on to the protein for the meal, which is obviously the steak. So yeah, I think it's time to start cracking. So yeah, okay. So we add just over 1/4 cup of brown sugar, then a small bowl of soy sauce, and what I'm using here is dark soy sauce. So I use 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, and you don't have to be exact on it kind of thing, and I use a little bit of ground ginger, so I use just about a teaspoon of it really. Okay, cool. And finally, the other thing is I use 2 to 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce.
corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm light.
Yeah, and then you give it a stir, and what will happen is over a bit of time, whilst you start prepping the vegetables, it will start to thicken out a little bit, and as you cook it, it'll get nice and rich and thick. Cool. Okay. Cool. I mean, the good news is we feel like buying the ready-made vegetable pack, to be honest with you, there isn't a lot of prep work you need to do. Just kind of cutting up some of these larger pieces, making it a little bit easier. I recommend if you actually have carrot sticks that you obviously cut them down into fine, longer slices if possible, because it's quite a dense vegetable. Or you can buy carrot batons, either one's fine. The best thing I love about cooking in the wok is with the greens and that kind of stuff is seeing the greens really brighten up and that like So what I'll do for you as well, obviously, in the description is I'll put all the ingredients and I'll put the measurements in there alongside it as well, so you get a rough idea. This meal for me, with the amount of measurements that I'm using, it cooks for about 2 to 3 or big portions. Cool, so that's the garlic done. Right then, onto the meat. Now, might I stress as well, just obviously when you start cooking, you wash your hands, and when you finish with the meat, you obviously wash your hands. Basic hygiene rules. So yeah, all right. Yeah, so this is a sirloin steak. That's what I prefer. What you want to do is cut off the fat. Yeah, so also what I like to do with the meat, to be fair, I did tell you earlier that I do it in 3 stages. Usually, thinking about it, I do start with prepping the meat first actually, because what I like to do is when I've chopped them up into the pieces, I do the meat after the sauce, what I like to do is with the remainder of the soy sauce, usually I put the sauce in and just let it kind of soak it up, the meat, whilst I prep the veg and that kind of stuff and get all the bowls ready and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's another tip. Cool. Cool, yeah, so we're pretty much there then now. So we've got the meat, the vegetables and the sauce ready. And now it's a case of stoking the wok, so to speak. So yeah, let's do it. I use olive oil. Start with the meat first. So this is where the fun begins basically now. So just letting the wok warm up. A good tip, a good hack to do whilst all that's getting warmed up is put some boiling water in there from the kettle, just let it on low heat. And you will put the noodles in, and it's just kind of like, I think it even says on the instructions anyway, to kind of like do that, but well, some of them don't, you just kind of put it in, but it's good to like get them warmed up. Yeah. That's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
And some of the garlic in. Yeah, so the idea is obviously you start with the meat first, you want to get it browning. And when it starts to brown, then you can start to add to the veggie. Then it's finally time to add the sauce. Okay, yeah, so you're probably wondering what the difference is between lo mein and chow mein, right? So chow mein noodles are fried and more crispy, and with the lo mein they're more rounded and saucy with the way they're cooked. And basically, lo in Chinese means to stir, so it's more of a stir kind of cooking. Right then, so time for Sarah's opinion, so let's have a look. Right then Sarah, so what do you reckon then, out of 10?
I'd definitely give this 10 out of 10. I love it when Jamie cooks this. The crunchy vegetables with the soft noodles and the beef is just lovely. I love it.
It sounds like I think she's just saying that, so I'll start cooking more, I think, to be honest with you. But nah, it is nice, so yeah, definitely recommend it, 100%. Right, hi everyone. So yeah, so it looks to me like it was a pretty much a success really. Had a few things going on in the background, but you know, making the most of it. If you've made it to the end of this video, obviously really appreciate it always, and always like and subscribe if you can, and leave us a few comments on what you're liking and that kind of stuff. It'd be much appreciated. I mean, obviously as part of this journey, to be fair, we're learning loads, man, and funny enough, today's video we've shot it on the Running SC gimbal. So yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just getting used to it, kind of thing. So it's pretty crazy, really. If you let me just show you in the mirror here. So what you think? So it's pretty nuts, isn't it? Really. So it's kind of like helps with the recording, so it doesn't go a bit shaky. Like you'll probably notice some of the first videos we did, it was a bit shaky when you're walking and recording and that kind of stuff. So this will just help get rid of that. But the thing is, it comes with so many different preset buttons and different ways of shooting. You just kind of like have to get used to it. I want to try and see how the active track works. But yeah, so that's pretty much it really. So we're just about to watch a film on Netflix, haven't we, Sarah? What's it called? That Will Ferrell.
I'm not sure what it's called, but it's the new one about Eurovision.
Yeah, the Eurovision one. She's a proper Will Ferrell fan, isn't her? So that's it. So yeah, no, look, say if you've made it to the end of the video, really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting us on the channel. And yeah, watch out for more. Stay tuned.
I just want a bag, like an old lady. I'm backwoods smoking, I don't own papers, pass that 808. That shit a dome shaker. Oh bitch, you know I'm grinding like a